Hey everybody, this is DollTarget, and I'm going to be reading a little bit more of Higurashi When They Cry. I had actually read. How many more sighs can I do? About, I don't know, freaking 45 minutes of this when it unfortunately occurred to me that my microphone was not picking up my audio. So I got that going for me, which is nice. So I'm going to have to essentially reread everything. That was just one more sigh for good measure. So if I hit continue, you can see down here that I had read at least half an hour. But I can't do that. I can't continue from here. I'm gonna have to go here. Shit. Yeah, I want to say her name's Mio or something. Sure. She was asking about my ding dong. So, she's asking, how was it seeing the city again? Mion, that's what it is. Mio. It's close enough. Mion switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more befitting the pleasant morning. I only went for a funeral. I didn't have much time. So, yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked for? You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have any time to look around in toy stores. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know. It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here after all. Is this about games again, Mii-chan? Mion nodded proudly as Reina giggled. Yep, I wanted Kei-chan to bring me back a Westport catalog, you see. Westport was short for Western Imported Games. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Well, I guess I have to now. I'm going to get another game full of hot action. But this time I like a game that's easy to understand. Mion is a board and card game enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Reina, Mion's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. If there's a game you think I understand, let me play too. Of course. If Kei-chan is up for it, I should warn you though, we're pretty tough. Just what I want. I play all sorts of games. I don't intend to lose. Whoa. Then we'll let you in the group this time, I guess. Bristling with joy from head to toe, Reina looked back and forth between me and Mion. Mion gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Reina laughed happily. From such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understood that they did. I understood that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in so they won't feel like they have to try and make me feel welcome. I felt like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be about right for this place. We's in school, son. Also, before you go any forward, I wish they'd almost like put different colors for what different people are saying, because when there's three people talking, I only have basic hints or suggestion as to who's talking, and then I feel like an ass when I read it as the wrong person, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna read as Reina, but it turns out to be, Mion, so that doesn't make any sense, but that's how I had read it. So, just a little bit of a hint maybe for future. I might try to do something with that, but for now I'm just gonna apologize if I completely balls it up. Okay, so we're at school. Hinamizawa was a really small village. Not only was there only one school, but there was only one class. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at different levels, and they all study at the same class. I'm told that long ago, there used to be a bigger school building and they had actual separate classes. However, it seemed something happened that made it become a single class, and now it stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. With such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. Mion, who had been walking in front of us up until then, suddenly let me take the lead. Right in front of the classroom door. So I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Too bad I wasn't going to fall for that again. To think you'd give up the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Mion chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face. What is it, you guys? Step back, Reina. It's dangerous. She's here. Huh? Then Sadako-chan is... Her name was Sadako Hojo, short. She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap, blackboard eraser wedged in the door. It's too obvious, Sadako. A haughty laugh came from beyond the door. Excellent, Kei-chan. I guess that means you win this round? No, this is Sadako we're talking about. I doubt this is it. After falling for such intricate traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Sadako liked to combine a variety of traps. Traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one, traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. By the looks of it, this eraser is normal. No rocks or anything in it. I took a pretty heavy hit from a blackboard eraser loaded with rocks on my first day. So then why don't you just open the door and let it drop? That's what it is. That's what Sadako was after. Making me focus my attention upward. So as I lifted my hand to the door, there were thumbtacks stuck to the sliding door handle with tape. A frightening trap. A potent and terrifying trap. Concealed by using the blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Sadako. But in the end, nothing more than the trivial machinations of a child. Assured of my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. I felt something strange at my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching on my leg. By the time I realized she had me, hook, line, and sinker, it was already too late. I began to fall in an almost picturesque manner. Kei-chan, watch out! Instinctively reacting to Mion's shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. See, for some reason I was under the impression that that would have been Reina, since, Mion doesn't really seem to really care about me that much, but I was wrong. That was Mion. So without further ado, let's continue. Ow, ow, ow. An inkstone. filled to the brim, was placed right where I would have landed. I shuddered, imagining the situation that I had landed square on it. My, what do we have here? A fair morning to you, Kei-san. Keiichi-san, aren't we a lively one this morning? Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a step up from the usual traps, Sadako. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning. You little... Ow. It seemed I'd inadvertently sprained my back a little when I'd landed. Better than landing on that inkstone. I don't know what an inkstone is. Like maybe like an ink pot? But I don't know if that would have been, I guess if you would have fallen on it, it would have broken glass and everywhere. I don't, I'll look up what an inkstone is. A small hand gently rubbed my head. Pain, go away. The small, dainty hand continued to gently stroke my head. You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears. I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. It's not so much about what you actually do, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, Rika-chan, the pain's going away now. Yay! Rika-chan, good morning! Good morning to you, Reina. A good morning to all. Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. It was infectious. Reina, Mion, and I all bowed back. You're such a good... I just want to make sure that I knew who was reading. You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Sadako. I glared over in her direction. Sadako was whistling while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact. I am the very model of a good girl. A good girl wouldn't set those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what proof? What? I picked up Sadako by the back of her collar. She looks like a misbehaved cat when I do this. But a cat wouldn't be setting up traps. She's much harder to deal with. I-M-S-O-R-R-Y. I'm sorry. Try saying that. If you won't say it. I cocked my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Sadako's forehead. I'm against violence. You don't even have any proof. Just so you know, my forehead flick really hurts. It can split plywood right in half. Eek. Stop. Get away from me, you beast. Don't say that in a way people will misunderstand. A small hand tugged on the back of my shirt. She's been lonely since you've gone for 2 days. Rika-chan is really just so... How could I do anything more than after being told that? I gently released my grip on Sadako, who at this point was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead flick. How do I know how to do that? It doesn't bother me. Maybe I just add like a baby cry in there. You mustn't cry, Sadako. Keep on fighting. Yeah. Rika gently petted the head of her prankster friend. You would never guess those two are the same age. I think Sadako would learn a thing or two. Or a thing or a million from Rika-chan. Next time, set an even more amazing trap. Wait a minute. As she observed the scene, Reina's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon. Ayo, Sadako-chan is crying. So cute. can't take them home. Oh, but they're so cute. You can't, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit is fine. Is fine? Reina kept a cutesy face even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Reina is ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. Object or person. Stealing is bad, but abducting people is even worse. Give it up. Then I could just look, just looking. That should be fine, right? Right? Reina swooned over Sadako's crying form. If a girl ever goes missing in Hinamazawa, I'll be forced to turn Reina into the authorities. Forgive me, Reina. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away. The teacher's coming. Quickly, clean everything up. Sadako, that inkstone is yours, right? Just from Mion's single statement, the entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtacks stuck to the door handle were an even bigger problem. I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure to not skewer myself. Even though Sadako was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bedlam from before had been neatly tidied up. We made it in time. Rise, attention. Mion gave out the morning commands. It's difficult being the teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one, but naturally she ends up spending all of her time with the younger kids. Reina and Mion, being highest grade in the class, end up mostly doing self-study. They even end up helping teach the younger kids, so it seems like they can never get to their own studies. They're actually way behind where my studies have progressed to. As a result, I'm pretty much taking over for the teacher and helping Reina and Mion with their studies. I think I'm going to stop here. I don't want to get too far into it. I don't really like the idea of doing that super long and then cutting it. So we're going to stop here. Keiichi is tutoring Reina and Mion while they tutor the younger kids. No, they self-study because the teacher is teaching the young kids. So what are you gonna do? Everything's still here, super picturesque and humorous, and I was told that the novel as well as the manga, I believe, actually help you connect with the characters more than the anime. The anime is pretty much like a lot of animes that are based off of mangas, a condensed version. So at one point I'm really super excited to get to know all these characters a bit better, but at the same time I want to get to the point where this becomes more of a appropriate genre for my channel. But hey, what are you gonna do? Trust me, it's gonna get freaky. Hopefully in chapter 1, if not, then chapter 2. But this is doing a lot of setup work, which I hope you guys don't mind. So like I said, I'm gonna stop this here. If you want to see any of my other videos, I have a bunch of playlists in the description, along with my collaboration one, in case you guys want to see any of the other videos that I have worked on with my friends that are not on my personal channel. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys later. Bye!